Phoenix Kitchen. My name is Stacy Williams and I'm your host. We're going to talk about fire, food, and flavor. We'll discuss recipes and techniques for both indoor and outdoor, where we'll add that secret ingredient, smoke, to get the most flavor out of all of our recipes. We're glad that you joined us today. While you're here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all our recipes. If you like the content, hit the thumbs up and leave us a comment. If you make the recipe, don't forget to share a pic. We're on the road to our first 1,000 subscribers. When we hit 1,000, we'll be giving away a 5-piece Lodge cast iron cookware set. To be entered for the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe and leave us a comment. Now, on to our video. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making jalapeno cheddar cornbread. You see here in the pictures we can use any size or shape cast iron we want. We can even use a cake pan if necessary. But what's important is getting these ingredients measured correctly, mixed correctly into the pan, and looking for that perfect outcome. So here's how we're going to do it. Alright, so here's the recipe we're going to be using for today. In the description below you're going to find the full recipe batch. What we're making today is going to be just enough for my wife and I, just the two of us. That full recipe below will give you about 6 to 8 servings, so it's quite large. Now the first thing that we want to do is prep our pan. I'm going to be cooking in my cast iron cornbread skillet today, and we're going to grease this with a little bit of lard. I want to make sure that I get into all the nooks and crannies, get it rubbed around everywhere so that we don't have anything stick. Now the pan is well seasoned and most things don't stick to it anyway, but I'm also looking for that nice crispy bottom on that crust. So we're going to get this thing greased and it's going to go into the oven to preheat. I want this pan up to temperature when I put my cornbread mixture in. So let's go ahead and get this thing greased and we'll look at mixing up the batter. Okay, so the oven is preheated to 350 degrees and the cast iron pan is in there coming up to temp. We've got all of our ingredients set out and ready. Now depending on how you normally make your cornbread or how your grandmother taught you to make cornbread, this recipe may be a little different than what you're used to. We're going to mix 1 part flour to 1 part cornmeal. This is going to give us a little bit more of a cake-like consistency. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get all of my wet ingredients measured out and together. We go ahead and get the 1/4 cup of milk. I'm going to go ahead and put the egg right in with that. Get the butter melted and in with that also. I do that unless the recipe calls for some reason for them to be separated, such as, you know, at one point you'll fold in the eggs. It's just simpler. Get everything there in the cup, ready to go. Then we measure out all of our dry ingredients, put them into the bowl, and then we mix them together. Okay, so the batter's mixed. Now I need to go ahead and chop up the green onions and the jalapenos that are going to be added to the mixture. So I'll go ahead and cut the ends off of the green onions, and then we're just going to give these things a nice chop all the way down. We're using the white pieces in the actual cornbread mix. You can go up into the light green with it just a bit. The stems I'm actually saving for something that I'm going to be doing later. Okay, with our onions chopped up, we'll go ahead and get the cheese added. I'm using just a cheddar blend here. It's one of my favorite. It's got a few different types of cheddars in it. Any cheddar would work, and in all honesty, you could make this jalapeno, name your cheese bread, whatever you like. but cheddar works very well, particularly with the fact that I'm pairing this jalapeno cheddar cornbread with chili. A nice sharp cheddar really tends to work. We'll get that all mixed in, and then it'll be time to chop up our jalapenos. All right, and then everybody's favorite part, chopping jalapenos. We're gonna cut off the ends. I'm cutting off both ends. It simply makes it, by cutting off that tip, since I'm not stuffing the jalapeno, I'm just gonna be dicing it. It's just easier to get out all of the seeds and the core that way. Now I'm using a cool little tool here to dig everything out. You could do it with your knife. You could slice this in half, scoop it out with a spoon. Anything works. This happened to come with a set that I purchased at Academy Sports for making stuffed jalapenos. You pour it out, and then there's a cool little holder that stands them up on your grill. So that's the reason I have that. It's nothing special. Okay. Now, once we've got the seeds out and cleared off of our board, we're just going to go in and cut this thing in half. And you can see there, I did miss just a little bit down at the bottom. Take my knife, get that cleared out, then give it a quick dice and put it into the mixture. All right, after a quick wipe down of the cutting board, it's time to go ahead and make sure that the jalapenos, the green onions, and the cheddar cheese are all incorporated. Just give this thing a quick stir. You know, and really what you're looking for is, am I getting it in every bite? You don't want any pieces where you're missing out on that great jalapeno cheddar flavor. Okay, we have to interrupt this voiceover in the video because during the editing process, I figured out I accidentally deleted part of the footage. So there's nothing here to show you how to put this cornbread mixture into a pan. And I know that's important because you can't figure it out on your own. Otherwise, you wouldn't need me here. So I've created this dramatic reenactment to show you how it works. Have your cast iron pan ready. Have your cornbread mix ready. You'll need a utensil. You can't use tongs, can't use a fork. You're going to need a spoon. So we grab the spoon, we scoop up our beautiful cornbread mixture. Look at that lovely yellow color with the nice orange cheddar and the nice green pieces of jalapenos. We put them into the pan. We fill them all the way to the top because this cornbread is not going to rise, not terribly much. And then we go into the oven. It's just that simple. So now back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, so on the oven timer, the seconds are counting down from the 30-minute mark. We're going to go ahead and pull this out and give it the old toothpick test. We insert the toothpick, and what we're looking for is the toothpick to come out dry with no batter attached, which we did on both pieces we tested, so we are ready to go. It smells amazing. It looks nice and golden brown, but the big question is, how does it look inside? Is it dense? Is it dry? Are there jalapenos in it? Well, one way to find out. We pop that piece out, we look, we've got that nice crispy bottom. We've got the beautiful look on the top. We can see jalapenos. And then when we take a piece and we break it open, lovely, nice and airy with little pockets of cheese and jalapenos ready to go. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to join us next time.